What up, though, on the Chestermcfly page? What's good?
Not much. I just seen. I'm just really excited. I was just listening that J. Cole just came back at Kendrick, man.
Yeah, I seen you send it to me. I didn't listen to it. Was it hard?
Yeah, it's pretty good. He was just basically telling him he's like he didn't really want to go at him. Like he's like saying like he was like his friend. And he don't want to go at his boy, but if he
Right.
comes back at him, or he's saying like then he's gonna destroy him. He was pretty much saying.
Yeah, because J. Cole and Kendrick, they're like in the same, them two are like in the same class. You know what I'm saying? Same. Like
Yeah,
people always mention, if you mention Kendrick, you're probably a fucking J. Cole fan too, and vice versa. You know
yeah, I
what I'm
love them
saying?
both.
They're both dope, like newer artists that actually give a fuck about the lyrics and shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just talking some shit on a track.
Yeah, that's why I like them both. And that's why I say this is what hip hop needs right now because like we haven't had any like major artists battling each other. Like that's what takes hip hop to the next level. I think. I think if you have the best artist battling the best artist, then you know who the fucking best is. You know what I mean?
Right. And it ain't Benzino versus Eminem, you know what I'm saying? That definitely ain't the
Yeah.
one. That ain't the
Nah,
one.
he not even
That's
writing
more.
this shit. You know what I mean?
No. Hell no. Now he wants to talk shit about Royce when Royce will kill him worse than Eminem will.
Yeah,
For
that'd be
real.
hilarious.
Nah, we're still trying to make that celebrity boxing happen. You know
I
what I'm
told you
saying?
I'm friends with that dude, Damon
Yeah, I know. I
Feldman.
know who
I
dude is
know him.
too and shit. Yeah, I know him too and shit. He knows us. He fucks with us. He fucks
Yeah,
with us
no,
tough.
I mean I used to go to the bar with this dude. Like I used to drink with him. I know him personally. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what's up. Well, go. I mean, he already said it's good. He already hollered at Benzino. We hollered at Benzino. Benzino only wanted 100K. We can get him more than 100K. We told him. He still don't. He's acting scary. He won't respond now. So I'm
That's
guessing he's
crazy.
scared. And it was against Monte Cristo, the horse trainer. You know what I'm saying? But Monte's kind of a big guy. You know what I'm saying? He's like 6'6". He ain't. He's not big and fat, but he's a big dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Benzino's like only like 5'5", right?
Benzino's a real short guy and shit. Yeah, he's a little tiny guy. He tries to flex in his note with his no neck and shit in his pictures,
He,
but
he looks like a
he's a real
turkey.
fella.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's a
looks like a
little
little
fella.
turkey.
Looking like a giraffe with no neck. What about your
Yeah.
boy Tyree blocking you, dog? So you basically won. I look at it if someone blocks me that I'm getting into it with over that bullshit, then I won. I take that as a victory. You know what I'm saying? That's a W. Because
Hell
Tyree
yeah.
felt like you was a big enough threat. He had to block you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
So
was scared. No, because I started posting shit and doing those videos on YouTube. And then when I did
yeah.
the YouTube videos and shit, I tagged it Talib Kweli. So I know he's seen them shits. And then I put it on there. Once I did that, that's when I got blocked. Because I tried looking for him yesterday. I was like, oh shit, I can't get on his page. Yo, he must have blocked me.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He been blocked me, but I go on I got like the Hood Smoker podcast page. I'll go on there. For some reason, he didn't block that page. I can't comment though, but I can like people's shit. I always go on there once in a while to see if he still got the what's it called? Tell a fib video up there. Still doing better than all his other shit on there and shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, he kept it up there though. So I mean, that's something like Benzino. He put one of our shits on his. I tagged him and made him collaborator. I don't think he watched it first though, because it was kind of a shot at him, and it showed like at the end Eminem flicking off the fans and at the 49ers fans, which meaning
Mm.
I was gonna fuck you, Benzino. But he still shared it on his fucking page, which it got thousands of hits right away. But then he took it down when we uploaded him snitching and shit on himself. And then he called Brother King X talking about why y'all calling me a rat? Why y'all upload that? This and that. Why y'all saying I snitch? Like, cause you is a
He
rat,
called
boy.
Brother King X. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he called Brother King X. Yeah, he called him because he had us, the Hood Smoker podcast, blocked. But he called Brother King X asking if we could take that video down of him telling the police who shot him and all this other shit. He was saying their name. He's like, yeah, he fucking shot me. He shot me. I don't know how many times he shot. He said his name, full name. My nephew so and so Scott shot me. And the cops are
Yeah,
like, are
yeah,
you
yeah.
sure? Are you sure? Was he mad? He's like, I don't know. He just jumped out and started shooting at me and shit. All scared like you are a rat. If you was a real street guy, why would you be talking to the cops like that? Especially
That's his
family.
cousin
You know,
too.
you
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's his cousin too. That's crazy.
his nephew, cousin, nephew, what same shit. Raymond Scott, you motherfucker, you. We got something brewing for Raymond Scott. It
I
might
didn't know
be
that
out
was.
this
I thought
weekend.
he had an Italian last name. I thought he was like half Italian. That's what everyone used to say. I didn't know his last name was Scott.
That motherfucker wants to be half Italian, half Irish mafia, fucking motherfucking black, fucking Jewish, fucking he's everything, dog. That motherfucker Benzino, that motherfucker is like Obama and shit. So he got a little bit of everything in him and shit.
It's
That's what
like the
I mean.
Eminem
Right,
verse.
dude.
It's like Armenian, Tasmanian, Iranian. Remember that one
Yeah,
verse he
when
did?
he broke down crying, he was saying how much he loved Detroit because Detroit is 85% black. So he was like, there was actually a city that was like this and that because Boston, it's like one of the whiter inner cities and shit. But
Yeah.
so he said he dealt with a lot of racism out there. But the thing is, Detroit it don't rock like that as far as that racist bullshit. Like where I'm at.
Hey, yo, you there, Gutter? You broke up a little bit. Ah, there
I'm
you
back.
are. There you are.
Yeah, we're back. What did it restart? Or we still live? Or was I cutting out?
No, we still out there. It was cutting out. It's saying you said about
Benzino's
Southwest.
important. Oh yeah, no, because it's so mixed up over here. They call it Mexican town, you know what I'm saying? But like Blantonio was down here. I took him to a restaurant. Blantonio spitting fluid Spanish to the waitress and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
That's cool.
he seen it. It's like mixed. It's the Milton Pot of Detroit. We call it and shit. He did a show down here at the Sting, the gentleman's nightclub at the Sting with Dice. Sponsored by Monte Chris and the Hood Smoker Podcast and MJ Diamond. Happened. There's you scared to come to Detroit. You calling out. I seen him call a dude from Flint out. They tagged us in the shit. And the dude I think is a professional MMA fighter too, and he's a rapper and shit from Flint. He had like a Flint fight MMA hat on and shit. And he's kind of a stocky redhead dude.
Yeah, but even if he does celebrity boxing, it's,
Why would he do that? He's actually, I think Eminem low key likes Benzino. 2 decades drops a diss track on him to make him relevant again, wake him
yeah,
up
I
and
think he
shit,
helped
like
him out a
give him a
lot.
little
He
buzz.
definitely helped him out a lot by dropping his name on that last track because I wasn't thinking
Yeah,
about Benzino in the past years. I haven't thought about that
right.
guy.
Now he look at all these interviews. He got our drink champs. All that shit is they're not free. Benzino's charging for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's making money and shit off it. So, but which is kind of fucked up that he used to be a multi-millionaire and now he's broke like that. That's kind of fucked up. But I mean, he said it on Drink Champs too. How he was smoking crack. He was doing this, doing that. So when he had his
Then he,
nervous
yeah, and then
breakdown
he
and
get
shit.
caught with some guy or something in the hotel. That's what Eminem was saying. Like,
That's what brought Eminem back out when he dissed him about the Red Roof Inn shit. Cause
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I seen the body cam, dog. The motherfucker was in there. He was like, no, it was a 1 bedroom room. They got Benzino out. And then Benzino got a towel on. Shower's still running. The cops are yelling at dude in the shower. And dude was full blown, like in living color when Damon Wayans and them dudes used to play like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was full blown
The
like
movie
that.
John. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. He was doing that shit. He came out straight like that, didn't give a fuck, talking shit to the cops, like, hey, like, what are you doing? And Benzino did, he was caught up. I think that's when Eminem came out and started dissing him, and then he dropped his daughter's name in it, and Benzino got a little upset about that. He's like, why you gotta bring my daughter into this? She's a fan.
Yeah,
I
because he
guess
was going to
Eminem
do a
made
song with
him.
her for real. I heard, but then he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, Eminem said, I guess there goes that Coil Ray feature and shit.
Yeah, it's in the toilet, eh? Yeah,
Yeah, fuck it. But yeah, Talib, dog, I know he's got a show in Ohio coming up. Imagine that, Ohio and shit.
yeah. I
Like,
said something on the thing we're coming up, Ohio. Isn't that where he's from? And they're like, no, he's
yeah,
from Brooklyn. I'm like, I don't know about that.
yeah. I was gonna ask Necro about him and shit, being from Brooklyn, but I didn't get a chance to, dog. It was just too much going on. Then he had to get out of there. I'm like, damn, like because I don't want to say it on the live right now, but we was talking after the show and shit. But we're gonna make a couple little tweaks in the shit. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't get the questions in with Necro because you know Brother King X actually brought Necro on. They knew him personally and shit.
Yeah,
So
that's a good interview.
yeah, Necro's cool. People, we knew he was gonna be unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? He was exactly what we knew he was gonna do and shit. We knew he wasn't gonna give a fuck. Like he dropped a couple bombs that might have got us, could have got us strikes and shit. But we was like, fuck you. Like, I mean, you know, they're real sensitive about that agenda. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah,
you
yeah,
talk,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you don't want to say too much. We got one. Well, it wasn't a strike. They actually made the video so everybody got to like be 18 or older and prove it or some shit to get
Yeah,
on there.
yeah, yeah.
Dude said some shit.
I had that happen to me once on one video. They said, yeah, it has to be everybody has to be 18 to watch this video or something. I was cursing or something.
And we were still, it was still getting people watching and shit. That just means you got to log into your YouTube and shit. That's all that is. You just
Yeah,
can't
but
click.
you got to check out that J Cole diss on Kendrick
Yeah, I'm
though.
gonna check it out. I seen you send it to me. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I wanted to see that. I really didn't even know J. Cole and Kendrick was beefing like that. To tell you the truth, I didn't know that. I
So
thought they
because
was
of that
cool.
line when he said in that song, "Who's the best?" He's like, "It's like we're on a league. We're the big three, like Aubrey, J Cole, or Kendrick and me." He said something like, "Remember that line he said?" And then Kendrick came back. He said, "Fuck the big three." He said, "It's just big me." So, so that's why he had to come back at that shit. Which I think we
Uh,
need this shit though. Like hip hop hasn't
yeah.
had battling in a while. We need this shit
No,
back.
not no real battling and shit. Not no real diss tracks. Not no real battling. Not no real
Yeah.
MC going back and forth and shit. Yeah, nah. There really hasn't been. I'm trying to think of when the last time there was like a really a big rivalry of MCs and shit, and I can't really
Probably
think.
Drake and Meek Mills, I think, was the last big thing.
And I think Drake might have actually even got Big Bill and shit,
He
cause
did get
that
him.
one, yeah, dog, cause he just got bodied by an R&B singer and shit. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, yeah. He cooked him on that shit. And then he made a song with him and shit. And now all this Diddy shit with Meek Mills. Everybody in Philly's like, what the fuck's going on
Man.
with Meek Mills? He's gay?
Yeah, dog,
Like,
that's what I said. I'm sorry for Philly that they had Meek Mills doing that shit. Cause I was a Meek Mill fan, you know what I'm saying? I thought he could spit and shit, man. I
yeah,
found that out.
yeah, when we went to the Super Bowl and shit, like he was rapping when they came out and shit, like when the Eagles won. So like Meek Mills is huge over here. You know what I mean? But I
Right.
didn't know he was friends with like the owners like that. Remember he was making them like sing bark like a dog or something. You see that video?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I didn't see the video, but I heard
Or
about it. I
hop
heard,
around like a rabbit. He made him hop around like a rabbit or something because he lost some
who
bet
did
or something.
you? Diddy's bitch
I,
ass did that?
nah, like the owner of the Sixers was making Meek Mills do
Oh,
that. Yeah, he was
what the
jumping
fuck?
around and shit. Yeah.
Hell no, that's crazy, dog. Damn, it's fucking snowing here in Detroit, dog. I can't flip my camera. Or I would. Oh yeah, I can.
We had an earthquake here in Philly today.
I don't know if you can see this. Did you? Yeah, we don't get
Yeah,
earthquakes out here.
we
Not that
don't
I can.
either. We had like a 4 point something earthquake on the Richter scale. That shit was. I was in the bathroom. I felt it move. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's starting to snow. I keep fucking springtime and it's snowing. Welcome to Detroit.
It's always windy and cold out there, right?
Pretty much, dog. We got the Great Lakes surrounding us. Then we got the river and shit. Detroit River running right through this bitch. Canada right on the other side. Like I used to always tell my Canadian homies, like you ain't done but a gunshot away and shit. You know what I mean? I can literally throw a baseball across that bitch and hit Canada and shit.
Did you go
Not that
there
I'm
when
over.
you were young? Alcohol ever? Like I heard a lot of people from Detroit used to do that, like when they're 18.
Yeah, you know, in Windsor, Ontario, that's right across the bridge from Detroit. Like they had casinos before we did, and when I was younger, we used to go over there because the drinking age was 19. Then they didn't
Yeah,
check ID, so when you were like 17 or 18, if you looked a little older, they ain't even give a. So we used to go over there and shit. But there was like there was two homicides in like 20 years, only two homicides in that area. There's no crime. The cops don't even carry guns over there, but I actually got a ticket over there for open intox. For fucking yeah, there was two murders in Ontario, Windsor, Ontario, and they were both from people from Detroit and other people from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Both the killers and the victims were from Detroit. So there's no crime over there at all unless it comes from over on the other side. But they actually tried to sue Detroit before, saying we're polluting their air and shit. But the fact is, shit, that did. Well,
Probably
now we're
was.
building. Yeah, now we're building another bridge to that motherfucker, only a mile away from the other one, and making them pay for half of it and shit.
Isn't it true that like if you go from Detroit, like you have to go south or something to get to Canada or something?
Yeah,
Because it'll
Canada, Windsor, Ontario, south of Detroit. Yeah, it kind
that's
of like it's like a peninsula shape. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
that's weird. Because you would think you had to go north to get to Canada, but you have to go south. I heard.
oh,
That's fucking
no, yeah,
weird.
it's like that. Yeah, it's like that. People get thrown in the river all the time. You know, Delray Riverfront and shit is notorious for that shit. People becoming food for the fishes and shit. I'm sure Philly's got its rivers and shit with
The Schuylkill, yeah, the Schuylkill. That's where they used to
uh,
throw everybody at. Yeah,
yeah. I just be thinking like, what if they ever drain this bitch? You know how many bones and guns and shit they'll find at the bottom of this motherfucking knives and shit. Well, they still ain't found Jimmy Hoffa and shit. So I mean,
yeah. That guy. You seen that movie, The Irishman, right?
yeah, yeah, that was a good movie and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
with
he was
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, he was throwing. If you pay attention, he was throwing like his guns and shit, and that was the Schuylkill River and shit where he was throwing all
Oh,
that
straight
shit. And
up.
then, yeah, see, and then when Hoffa got killed, that was like in Detroit and shit. So that was up there.
Yeah, it was the last place he was seen was going into a basement in Farmington Hills, which is like a nicer neighborhood just north of Detroit. But he was not seen going in with like two Italian mafia members and shit. And that's the last time anyone technically seen him alive. There's stories like he was at some diner and shit. Like
Yeah, I
did
seen
you ever
some golf course or something. Yeah,
there's a bunch of stories and shit, but I mean nobody really knows. I mean somebody knows and shit. That one, but what if Hoffa faked his death? You know what I'm saying? But his son's still out here, Jimmy
yeah. They
Hoffa
say his
Jr.
son. They say his son has something to do with it, or
He might
Chucky or
have,
whatever.
yeah, because
Chucky.
he took over the Teamsters and shit. So it makes sense. He became the man and shit after that.
That's
He was the
crazy.
boss. That's fucked up to take your pops out though to be the boss and shit. His pops was probably a prick though. Jimmy Hoffa might have been a dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was
Slapping him
threatening on
around.
snitching. He was saying he was gonna snitch on everybody. Remember in that movie? He
So
was like,
yeah.
I'm telling on everybody. I know everything." Like, oh,
There
really?
was a movie, Jack Nicholson played him in a, wasn't that Jack Nicholson that played him in a movie? Jack Nicholson and Danny DeVito, old school movie. It was called Hoffa. That's the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
where
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and Danny DeVito played like his bodyguard, which was kind of funny because he was the little guy and shit. And then you got Jack Nicholson playing Jimmy Hoffa and shit.
It's funny because Danny DeVito looked like a mini version of my dad. My dad was like, he looked like Tony Soprano, but like Danny
Oh
DeVito's
shit.
like a mini version of him and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fucked up when Tony Soprano died. That fucked me up. I'm like, damn, they ain't never gonna do a Sopranos movie. What the fuck?
He
I
died.
like,
They did one though. They did one like two
yeah,
years
I seen
ago.
that.
It,
Yeah, I
it
seen
was like
that.
a prequel, and it didn't do good. Like nobody
Yeah,
went to
so
see it
like
and
when he
shit.
was young and shit, young Tony and shit, and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they had
I
his
like.
son play him. Actually, they had his son play him in the movie. I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, that's dope. Now that he died, I heard he died what in Rome or some shit. He was down in Rome in Italy, and he fucking had a heart attack or something.
Yeah, he died around the same time my dad died. Like they
Oh,
died around the same time together. Yeah, it's crazy.
that's crazy.
My,
Yeah,
my dad had a heart attack too. Like my dad looked like him and shit. It was crazy.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Tony, he probably was real high strung. He probably had high blood pressure. He looks like he probably yelled a lot. Give me my shit. Give me my shit now. And motherfuckers like that be yelling a lot. They got high blood pressure and shit.
He's
Be
eating
heads
like
be
that though too.
ready.
He was a
Yeah,
big
veins
dude
popping
too
up.
though. He was like
Yeah,
300 pounds though. I'm saying he was a big dude. You know.
yeah, yeah. Now that weight starts taking its toll when you get older and shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're young, you can fuck motherfuckers up when you's a big guy. But then as you get older, that weight starts gravity and shit starts pulling you down and fucking your back up, fucking all that other shit up.
You
I
can't
mean,
walk
I
up the
weighed like,
steps.
is it going down in Philly right now? Where you at?
Yeah, no, my girl. I don't know if you could probably hear her yelling at the kids inside.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But now I'm about to tap in with you live and shit. See what was going on with Chestermcfly and we got a Detroit legend coming up tomorrow night. Maestro, Lord Magi, like anyone who's like fucked with Detroit hip hop in like the late '80s, '90s, and all that, they know who Maestro is. That's who they wanted to produce their shit, wanted to beat. Like Esham name drops him all the time. Lord Magi. I'm down with Lord Magi, and we both yell and died. That's when they was going in on Chris Webber and shit. You know Webber ratted on a bunch of Detroit dope dealers and shit. Chris
I
Webber.
heard about that dude. Yeah,
Yeah, when he was at U
the
of M, he
the
got caught
basketball
up.
player, right?
Yeah, he would
Yeah,
play
he
that.
played for the Sixers. He played for the Sixers for a little bit. He was
Yeah, he
garbage
couldn't
when he
come
came
back to
here.
Detroit. He came back to Detroit like for his last year of his career. He finally was allowed to come back because people finally forgave him when all the dope dealers was locked up from that era are dead and shit. But yeah, he was that he had rappers dissing him and shit, everything. He couldn't come to Detroit. Chris Webber. He testified. He got on the stand to testify
Damn, I
that
didn't
they
know
were
that.
good players. Yeah, they're paying him to all play at U of M. Fast Five. That's when they had those five rookies on the team, and they went to the Final Four with five
Yeah,
rookies.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jalen Rose, he's from Southwest Detroit. He went to Southwestern High School and shit. But
Yeah,
he
none
was
of them
one
are
of them.
cool. Yeah, they ain't cool with him no more. They ain't cool with C
No,
Web. I know that. They would meet
yeah,
up and shit without him.
he's a rat. C. Webb's a rat. I mean, everybody knows that shit. So that's why no one fucks with him. Yeah, Jalen Rose, I think he still does commentary and shit for basketball. It's hard for me to get into basketball right now because the Pistons suck so bad, dog. It's like we broke a record for the most games lost in a row and shit this year so far.
Sixers did that. I told you. When I used to have season tickets to the Sixers when they were like the worst team, when they were doing the process, when they were like purposely losing to get Joel Embiid and shit. You know, he
Yeah,
just came back. He played yesterday or whatever. He came back. We've been winning now again, so we like all be the A seed hopefully in the East, which
but,
not bad
yeah, nah.
because he's healthy. If he's healthy in the playoffs, I think we got a shot of winning it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, Philly got a tight squad. Yeah, Pistons don't got nobody, dog. The Pistons blow. We got the
Y'all gotta
Lions.
start. Yeah, but y'all like us though in a way. Like the way the Lions lost, like that's how Philly feels every year with the fucking
Yeah,
Eagles and shit.
yeah.
Did you see
Well, the
that thing The
Cowboys.
Rock did? Did you see what The Rock did? Because like they're doing the
Yeah,
WrestleMania thing. He was saying, he's like, yeah, he's
yeah,
like, he was saying something about Jalen Hurts in the playoffs. He's like, it makes me sick watching Jalen Hurts in the playoffs. I was like, this motherfucker.
yeah. I seen that.
This shit's
Fuck,
funny.
yeah, I heard some funny shit about The Rock too and shit they were talking about. The Rock had some shit going on with him. I heard some shit, some fruity shit, some Diddy shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of that.
Really?
Yeah, I heard some. They could just be trying to smear his name and shit. I don't know. I mean, I know they went at or not Cat Williams, but Kevin Hart, and I know Kevin Hart and The Rock real tight and shit. So I don't know. You see how Kevin Hart was all in those Diddy videos and shit. He was like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. But he was clowning him though. He's like, why
yeah,
are you
he
in the
was like,
bed?
did Diddy just say that to me? Did Puff just say that to me? Like, I ain't standing by no bed by you, Puff. That's fucked up, dog. Dude's fucked up. Diddy's fucked up. He went and posted some shit on Instagram, but he got his comments turned off so no one can talk shit to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, why is he like? How come he didn't get arrested though? I don't understand. How do you evade everything?
well, look how the feds work. They raided Keefe D, and 2 months later they arrested him. And Diddy's way, you know what I'm saying, got way more power than Keefe D had.
Yeah.
And that's why Diddy put it out there. He made it. He said it in not so many words, but he said he's ratting on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go down, I'm taking everybody down. They're talking about Ashton Kutcher's going down, all these actors and
They
shit,
keep
all these
saying, and
motherfuckers.
Jay Z, I heard Jay Z's like his number
Yeah,
one boy and shit.
worse. They said Jay Z's worse, and now they're saying Beyonce's worse than Jay Z and shit.
I
Like with the
believe it.
sex trafficking, yeah,
I
she was
believe
like
it.
getting females and shit, crazy shit, dog. That shit's crazy. So that's what DOC was talking about them doors. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah,
never walked
yeah.
through the door. He had opportunities to walk through them doors and shit. He just chose not to and shit. Like not
That
walking
was a
through
good
those
interview,
doors.
by the way, too. That was a good interview.
Oh
It
yeah,
sucked that
we're gonna get
he
him
had a
again.
little bit. Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you're gonna get him back because of the technical issues and shit.
Yeah, he hit us up right after that and shit. He said his laptop had died, or he would have chopped it up longer. And he said when the documentary drops, he's gonna come on. So we're waiting for the documentary to drop. Right now, he's got it done. It's ready to go. They just ain't dropped it yet. Like he said, he's waiting for the see which door he's gonna go through. He's a little sketchy about walking through the doors because once he does, that's who's gonna put his shit out there. But yeah, he said that was dope. That he was definitely interested in that AI shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
DLC
yeah.
would be more dope. Like if anybody should do it, it should be the DLC and shit. Because he could write the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then take his old voice and use that shit. That'd be dope. You can't call that a ghost. Is he ghost writing for himself? I mean, he's writing it. He's not asking AI write me this shit. You know what I'm saying? They're just putting his voice behind it.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I think
Yeah.
if you rap and like it enhances your voice, or does it just go off the words? Like I'm not sure
I'm
how it
thinking,
works.
yeah, I'm not sure because he would have to, yeah, it would have to take his whole tempo, all that shit, his whole cadence, everything, the way he speaks, all that. But yeah, I'm about to run up here into the dispensary, dog. Fucking maybe we can go jump over to the Hood Smoker podcast when I leave here, and we can go live. You see, it's been about 20 minutes since we go live, so we'll see what's up with that and shit. I'm pulling up over here right now, so
All
you
right.
want to do that? But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'll
was gonna
hit
say
you
yeah,
up, dog.
just hit me up in the messenger and shit, and we can do it again. You
Yeah,
know.
I'll send you the link and shit, and we'll go live on the Hood Smoker podcast. Shout out to everybody at Chestermcfly's page, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Much love. We'll be back and check us out on the Hood Smoker podcast too. Peace.
Hell yeah. All right, got it. Peace.
All right, dog.